before the ED FAWE, you continue giving your people a message for this day.
Tumuterere mu ngaro banakyatu tuhe chamari watu okumusima kuroranti asye. The whole day has been with us. Mr. Chairman.
The chief guest, Honorable Josephine, the ED FAWE. I don't know whether the speaker is still around. Members of the District Executive Committee, the honorable councillors present here, the DPC represented by the OC Station. I was also seeing around the chairperson of the youth. I give you special recognition. The cow and technical staff present here. Sometimes when you're given an opportunity to deliver a speech at such an hour, you miss some people. Like I'm seeing the one who was representing the religious fraternity is not around, but I wanted to recognize his presence here. The cultural leaders, the chairperson LC3s, head teachers of primary and secondary institutions, parents, pupils and students, the media, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tibakunirwa Robert, the district chairperson, Bunduwijo District Local Government. I'm happy that the ED took an initiative of sending a special invitation to my office, which I have exactly honored, and I've decided to attend in person. I want to thank you, Madam, for taking up this initiative of spearheading this program, which was launched by the First Lady on the 3rd of December 2021 at Kororo National Ceremonial Grounds. You have done it in other districts, and today it has been our chance as Bunduwijo District. We appreciate you for that, Madam. I also want to take this honor to thank all of those people who have spared their time to come and attend this function. It is a very important one, because you can put up on your program, but this one is very important. So I thank you once again in your respective dignitaries, because you have actually persisted up to, like, it's coming to 3. When you are still good people, you are listening and you are attending to what is taking place. I take the honor to appreciate you for your time and thank you for that. As the chairperson, I was watching and paying attention to whatever has been taking place. But I've asked myself, where does this one happen? We have 2 places. We have the school and we have the community. So I want to challenge some development partners who are here, that in our next engagement, you should come up with the data so that we should know where this one happens by percentage. Because the drama which was presented to us, that one is a school situation. Can we conclude by saying that all pregnancies which are in the community happen in the school because of this drama? Okay, what about that percentage that takes place in the community? What can we record? What can we put on record? So I want to challenge people who are the technocrats. They save the children. You go and segregate this data. Otherwise, we should not take this by the terminology we use in psychology, where you take something by granted. No, I cannot allow that. But according to my personal opinion, this one, the greatest percentage, the hugest percentage of why we are here happens in the community. You have to agree with me, members. So as community members, what is our role? In order for us to fight this problem, we should focus on where the problem takes place, majorly. Because we should not get worried about these situations that happen in the school. There are existing laws. We have penalties. A teacher can be disregistered when there is evidence. And for us teachers, because I was also a teacher, we fear this. I don't know whether I shall go back and become a teacher, but maybe when circumstances permit, I'll also go back. I want to use myself as an example. I was there on the chalkboard for 27 years. But when I showed up interest to contest as chairperson LC5, people started witch hunting me, looking for all possible crimes, all possible cases I could have committed, so that they block my nomination. But they were not successful. Now take for example, if I had involved myself in a search, and these opponents landed on that record, could I be the chairperson LC5 now? No. The Thompsons were very busy hunting for whichever record they would get against me, but they did not become successful. So I wanted to use my example, because all what is in your mind now is about the drama. And I want to defend my teachers, that they are not the greatest perpetrators. And you should thank me because I'm standing in for you. So I want to make a conclusion that actually the hugest percentage of this happens in the community. So my commitment now to this, Bwana ED, as a political leader, I normally get some radio talk shows. I have free airtime on both radios. I'm going to play what we call advocacy role to ensure that I sensitize the community members, even the teachers, to make sure that this problem comes to an end. We are also seeing some other risks. A risk like poor parental care. That one is also a risk. This one has to do with the poor facilitation. Where a parent is not supporting the girl child, all we are talking here will be just a nightmare. So we should urge our parents also to improve on their livelihood, because you cannot support someone with what you don't have. Sincerely speaking, I want to assure you that in those families where people have tried to manage to educate their children, it is because the livelihood has also been supported. Where you are living in total poverty, you cannot support the children in the school, because you will scratch, and you will not sell yourself to get the facilities. What comes out is dropout. The children will drop out of school. So the first thing we have to address is empowerment. Our people must be empowered economically, so that they are able to support and facilitate their children in school. So I want to add my voice that these government programs which are coming up, like the Paris Development Model, the Myoga, and whatever. You as parents, you should embrace them. As you embrace them, you'll get something to use to facilitate the children, to facilitate the girls in school. Because at the end of the day, they will come and ask for facilitation. Now from who? From the parent. So you must have the capacity as a parent to facilitate and to give this facilitation. The absence of facilitation, what will come out is what you have seen here in the drama. So economic empowerment, my mothers who are here, my voters who are here, is very important. I will not talk about the border people, the Vivanda people, because a lot has been said on that. Parenting is very key. And the smallest unit we can see here is the family. The first unit. So when we are blaming leaders, LC5, chairperson LC3s, and other members in the leadership cycle, what about the family? Which bylaws are there in the family that can guard against children moving anyhow? Some of us who were nurtured, I still remember my father was being criticized in our village that he nurtured us in a Kitoro style, but he could not allow us to join our brothers, join our sisters in the village during night events. We were totally restricted, but people would be there. Teenagers would go to attend, and what came out as the consequence, many of them did not complete the school cycle. Because as I talk now, if I can challenge you to reflect where you come from, count how many graduates who are girls from your area, from your LC1. How many are there? So parenting plays a very big role. Because for us now, in our family, we are totally restricted. At least my home where I come from, we can count 1, 2, 3 graduates, and some girls are also there because of the laws which were put in place by our dad, and they made it so that he implemented them. So why am I saying this? I want to use it as an example to other parents who are here. If you have children, how are you controlling them? How are you making sure that they should relate with their fellows in the village, at least when it is a church service, at least when it is a marriage function, which has to be there during the daytime. So we may begin inviting difficult solutions when we are here, and we can come up with homegrown solutions that will help us end this problem. According to my opinion, I see the greatest contributor why even development partners are spending huge sums of money. They are spending this money because the parents do not want to perform their role. If we are talking about bylaws, you will at least tell us in your home how many bylaws do you have and how many are there purposely to fight for the education of your children. I think when we begin from there, it will be a very good starting point for us. And our being here for the whole day will not be counted as a wastage of what? Of time. Before I come to me, I've come up with recommendations, not commitments, because the commitments have been said by the speaker. The cow has also confirmed, but may I have general recommendations for us all. I wanted to switch to only one point where I want to put more emphasis in the local language. Babyaye nsonge kubala kuvuga buli muntu wena agikenge ninti ekituleti hani no mukoro gune gwona sema ina maikasa 10 tunasitamye kandi tunategere nisonga ikweto ekisomo sinakietie kyabana no bukalifawe kubalaga kuputinga mu maso ekyabesiki but sincerely speaking FAWE okusanga nena yambana bojo so tureke ukitula na hanenti FAWE ni abesiki bonka so no mwesikira ina agendi atweka no kutakubi omwe mojo na agendi atweka takubi yowes so tubakwatira mwenga bana bona hamwe tureke kubatamo kasololo ngo besiki no bona ne bana niye songa eyebiragiro mu maka ali waina kibugiwa ne kyonka taki high emphasis sini makito mani gakami nuwana gendi obakiye nende wambali warugiririye mu village olo lekisa ni okitwale abana abali kurungi abana abasomye ni abarugiye mu maka agabaga neberagiro mukumpakania mweba Honorable Josephine no mubonala talugiri mu family gitari mu biragiro tiba kunura Robert kumubone hane talugi mu family gitabaga mu biragiro twe tukari na the system nuwasobeye omani wasobeye wene okidana kiboko kyejombeye mu makege binali yayo timu abitiye byona byona ani binibye kiboko anali yokuteria na kukelemesebe ni nayo yokiboko mwana no mugambyo tesalete ate yala bakisimira ni egitere corporal punishment because we have to distinguish the corporal punishment na nani corporal punishment sinabona nti obutekebwa watu babyaye nicyo kireki abana mbatologiriribu zera fato tukukeyo ambali ebiragiro twabitago mu maka nangambo nane banne makabali bastamie nalahona banne makabali bastamie taliyo wakwenda kutero biragiro mukaya wenene nwo kubito ebikulinda bana bawo no bubuli bakastamia labona they are successful people balugiriye abana no abamaniyo tio abwere bwalwagoro bona bakakulangu sapa yahiba koliki bali nanga mukaini bwa ninga babiragiro bwimbi kichia mali wangu sampling sindi ma sampling biragiro ebisiye nakuliyo bana tumegesiye suka mubwere bwa kyumuro bali me etuba tupimiraga line sia mwani abwakibi mwabiriki ene ndi koko eriyo okusanga babyaye numo ekoterere mu kutema koko munaina bana bakuliye kandi bahumuye bareka mwana nuwa engaging mu gukora takutunga bwere bwo kwenda kujenzera ambale bakumuhambira mbamuturugiriri mureke kutuma abana mu butale nanga no bututo biragiro abana amba nasuro mu butale mutaka tuyambyebo mu bakeya ebiragiro bisakumarira bitakori si abana banje tibakutanaga butale mbagenda for shopping at the end of the holiday keda siemba ikiye keda mama baba koliye ki abaiki. Sometimes you have to copy good practices from the leaders. That's why I say the leader must be exemplary and I must inspire. Mulimo gwanje ne kubagambira nimboreka kihanda ikikuba kidia ewaruhanga ati muka kubigwaga mu cyacu nibe kubaraga ku kuna tubibemberi tukuhaburaga omwana bwere bwo mayikirika saye mwari kikwebona ebegere okumutuma mu ka center okumubalia bikika ndi ali mwana wa Wesiki ali prone ali urangaye ntume mara wanje wayuka bako bamuse ugendera ngulire kibiriti kuruga numba kwenda kuikambara kwenda kugura kibiriti tokumanya ebya kusangasangana on the way. So those are some of the bylaws you can institute at home level. Kugumya sample ingio tukuke boy mtu akoli ebira FAWE tekutara kwisane kubia sente mwebera tukubala FAWE ni yasiane etwe scholarships etwe bursaries. And I want to advise FAWE this time. There is something I thought when I was coming. Ntimanya toto condition baraka gendaga kuha basare na scholarships baba ndege batupimiraga abesiki abari virgin nukwegi na ebe qualification, a biological qualification.
Yes. I can see the chairman on behalf of the district leaders. He's appending his signature. One of the message brought forward by the children to make sure that we end teenage pregnancies, child marriage, and defilement within Bundibujo district. As leaders, we are ready to battle with this. Can I, after signing, I think we are done, members, because of the weather is almost changing. Shall we all stand as we give chance to the band leaders in the singing of the national anthem?